Alright. Let's go. It is time for another episode of the Florencio Files. And down here in the bottom left-hand side, representing IndieK, it's Happy. That's a name I've seen before, actually. Not sure when. Does ring a bell. It's going to go for a casual 12 pool against, up here in the top right, I have not actually seen this new Smurf account on the ladder from Florencio. Representing Clan Flotos, it is Dexterminator. So it's like Terminator, and also Dexter at the same time, which, let's be real, we've talked about him being kind of a sewer mermaid, right? We've talked about Florencio being a bit of an old Greg type character. Realistically, I think Dexter also fits the bill, right? If you took away Dexter's whole code, you know, only kill other murderers and really bad people, don't kill good people. If Dexter the show was just about him just being like, I want to kill it. He just finds a grandma on the street and just drags her into some bushes and garrots her. That's what the Florencio version of Dexter would be. So yeah, pylon on the natural. This is of course a 12 pool. Flo doesn't know about it just yet. It's a 12 pool macro. Oh. Where does Florencio find these goddamn fucking fossils? This... What? I don't know. It's just started... Wait, why are his Zerglings so... It's the worst build I've ever seen. This Zerg player just reinvented bad StarCraft play, guys. Just went the earliest possible spawning pool into a queen, and then drones, and then is like, actually, I will build sixlings after taking a hatch and a gas. They're just going to hit you at the same time, and Adept would normally be popping out. Oh, shit. How do these people get on the ladder and fucking make it fucking past, like, I don't know, platinum? Because Flo's playing players who are pretty high level, man. He doesn't smurf that hard. Like, his account naturally always ends up at least in Diamond 1. And this being a Protoss account, it's going to be Masters 3 in no time. But, I feel like maybe it's the time of night he ladders. Flo does do some odd time streams. He does ladder late at night. I think sometimes he finds a way to just come across people who are wasted as fuck. Like, playing at 4 in the morning, and they're just doing crazy shit, man. This is the macro 12 pool opening into... Nah, actually, I will build lings there just late. I like it. No. That probe does go down, but there's 4 cannons up. You gonna let that finish, buddy? Oh, it was literally transforming into a hatchery. And the drone's like, actually, maybe nah. It does pull back with a second gas on the way, but nothing to spend it yet. So is it a lair or a roach horn or what? Oh, Florencio. He's a dickhead. For some reason, I heard that in like Kramer's racist rant voice. You guys know he did like whatever his name is. He did like that crazy racist rant. And you're like, whoa, calm down, buddy. Not all probes are dickheads. Some of them, let's be real. Look at that thing on its head. That is actually a very phallic shape on its head. Like, what is this? What function does that serve? Is that its aerial? Is that how it gets remote controlled? Is there like an aerial in there protected? Or is it literally like, nah, we just want a big fucking thing on its head? Do you guys remember eggheads? I vaguely remember eggheads, watching that movie when I was like 5 years old. And... I think about that. I don't want to ever rewatch it because I only have the memories of that movie that a very Coneheads, that's what it was called, that a very small child has. And you know something that you've never seen as an adult, but you've seen as a very young child? It's got like a special atmosphere to it, a feeling. You don't really understand the world. It's like, they're fucking sleeping on the wall, man. They're sleeping upright. They're strapped into the wall. That's fucking crazy. I don't remember anything out about that movie except it being weird. I feel like there were a lot of scenes with a bit of green, weird lighting. It was strange, and they fucking slept upright on the wall. That's all I remember. Coneheads, great film. Go check it out if you want to waste a few hours of your life. Like, honest recommendations, I actually do. When I go on about, like, Big Trouble in Little China, I'm being serious. Go watch that movie. It's amazing. Coneheads, I can barely remember it. But I do remember thinking it was amazing at the time as a very young child. Apparently, Dan Aykroyd and Chris Farley were in it. Shit, man, that's a throwback. Oh shit, responding with a cheeky butthole. Hape is like, Hey, dickhead. So, you forced me to take this base. Fudge droning that, mate. We're getting 5 swarm hosts and a Nidus worm. And we're going to ruin your day, Flo. Now, unfortunately for him, Flo is going to get Chads out. And Chads will shut down Nidus heads very quickly. Oh, that probe hiding. The Zerg's even hunting for it. Look at this, by the way. What the fuck is that? It's a female Karak? Holy shit. It's like an emu and a demented chicken. How to cross. Just casually walk. What does it eat on this map? It's not a lot to eat. Maybe it eats... Are those fucking eggs? What even? Ugh. Yeah, I would not want to live on this map. This map's kind of gross, man. This is like an infested Protoss thing. Alright, so the first Nidus does come out. The Chad's already on the hunt. He's like, oi, where is it, man? It'd be really bad if Flo goes to check the other side. But nah, he finds it. He finds it. Alright, he's going to kill a Locust. I like that, by the way. This here is the warning wave. This is the shot across the bow. Hate purposely throws it from so effing far away that they're going to have like 6 seconds to attack before they just disappear. They're like, ugh, I'm too old. I've lived a long life, and they just disappear. They get like, what, 2 probes? 4 probes? It's something. But the Nidus goes down. Definitely should have ran in a bit closer, I think. Needs to get another Nidus worm up, buddy. Mate, you've invested everything in Nidus swarmers. You got to do more than that. He's like, nah, that's it. Just one wave. We're good. Is building lots of queens, spores, and drones. So we'll be able to get up enough anti-air. But right now, you can't take this hatch. Your queens can't really get between your bases. The creep spread's good, but the economy is just so shit for Hape, who's on 700 minerals, and I think may have hit the point where, oh, we're going to use it to clear the cannons. I guess that's okay? I don't know, man. This does get rid of a problem.
Your forces are under
Does get rid of a problem. That is something. The Void Ray clears up the Watchtower vision. So, does he even get the pylon? He does. Okay. He gets rid of that. He has actually spotted this. So, the Zergling doing a fantastic job. Sees the Nexus down there. And the Alpha of Chads. It converges. Oh, is that a male Karak? It's all red. Nah, it's all plumed and shit. Do you guys think the Karaks do one of those mating dances like those rainforest birds? You guys have all seen Planet Earth and shit, right? You know, it's like cleans up its little area, builds its little dance stage, and then just fucking starts doing this like choreographed dance, and like the girl birds come up and just look at them and are like, yeah, not fucking impressed, mate, piss off. And the bird's like, oh, I spent so long preparing this dance routine. Wouldn't it be cool if human sex was like that? Like, I feel like the world would be a simpler place if I could go up to a prospective mate, fucking set up, I just unfold a little dance stage platform thing, and then I just start doing a routine. And like, if I get good enough with my dance moves, they're like, yes, let's fuck. And you're like, oh, it worked, yes. That's what raves are, pig, says chat. Oh, shit. Is that what raves were? I thought they were just about getting munted and taking a lot of drugs. I guess I was doing it wrong this whole time. Alright, no worries. Life lessons learnt in Twitch chat in 2020, I guess. I'll have to go back to a rave and try the other way. Anyways, a couple oracles now getting just mushed out of those Stargates. A good swap, as always. Third Stargate on the way. We've got melee, 11 more drones on the way. The swarm hosts, by the way, are literally just living in the butthole. They're like, oh, you know what? We'll come out. We'll go on a fucking exodus over here, and we will eventually do something. Swarm hosts, a unit that's all about momentum. Once again, throws it from so far away. These are the most scared mothers ever. They're literally not even letting their children have a glorious death by giving them a period of time in the mineral line. Land on the stasis. Land on the stasis. Okay, does change targets and gets a pylon and a probe. I feel like Hape should not be allowed to use Nidus Swarm Host anymore. This is some shit. You gotta get in there, guys. You gotta get in there deep. You can't be too nervous about it. Why is that not taking down? Oh, these are hallucinations. I was very confused. I was like, why are the health bars not showing? Apparently, the fact that the Void Rays are grey and clearly hallucinations is not apparent to me. Oracles come in. The Queens are defending. Good defense by Hape. Unfortunately, Hape has shit macro and only 31 drones, so any damage that goes down now is going to be unrecoverable. The Queen does get a transfuse off before it goes down. Another Queen falls. They're going for the Spore, but the other Queens are going to get up here. Oh, gets the Spore. We'll get a few drones. Nice hold position here by Flo. And even 8, 9, 10. Yeah, those workers are irreplaceable. Hape was already so invested on Queens and Spores, but only one Spore in the main. and cannot really afford to lose those 8 probes. This base is taking damage, but remember, Flo's on 2 full bases. The Chads come up, clear out the Nidus butt, and I guess that's the head of the Nidus, isn't it? This is the butt. That's the spiky butt. They clear up the head of the Nidus. And that Zergling gets out of there. Oracle runs out of energy. So, of course, this is the point where Florencio says, you know I'm going mass oracles. I'm going to pivot, tech switch, and surprise you with more mass oracles. Does recall some probes down to the bottom right. He's building some cannons. I'm happy to see Flo going back to the corner base, by the way, guys. There was a few months where Flo stopped doing this because all these lame-ass fucking imitator Florencios were on the ladder like, I take the corner base every game. And everyone started checking for it. I mean, this guy scouted for it. But I like that Flo's doing it anyway. He's like, fuck it. We'll mix it in there, man. We're not gonna back away from that shit. Okay, seriously. The point of the Nidus is to make them get closer to the base. You might as well have just walked these across the map. This is, oh my god, these are the fittest. Oh my god, look at this locust wave. They're gonna disappear before they hit anything. Oh no, Florencio targets the high hit point queen, or high energy queen, I should say. Gets the spore as well. Now the queens are there, so good defense by Hape. Check this out, guys. A valuable life, a valiant life. They manage to damage a cannon slightly. I really don't think Hape understands the unit that seems to be the core of the Zerg strategy here. It's a little bit like watching someone try to stab a man with a handgun. He's like, I'm like, you know that's a gun, right? You know how to use that? He's like, of course, I trained in military schools. And then he just fucking keeps trying to like prod you with his fucking handgun, and you're like, that's not it. He's like, it is, it's a valid strategy. That's how you do it. Don't fucking tell me how to use my handgun. I'm like, it's not how you use Swarm Host Nidus, man. Like, they're meant to fucking actually do some stuff. And he's like, nah, man, they're just living in the butt. That's all they're doing. Right now, these are the literal intestinal worms. They are a parasite on the Zerg. They cost a lot of money. You're having your minerals, your gas, the food of the Zerg player stolen by this parasite. It's living inside of you. It's eating shit that you ingest, and it's giving nothing back. You know? It's giving nothing back. I feel like Hape here just wanted to go full Zerg, so I was like, I'm going to give myself a parasite. We're just going to have a butt filled with fucking swarm hosts. I'm like, you know, you could throw it there, here, fucking anywhere. Even if the Nidus head gets, sniped, it's still going to be quite effective. But Hape is like, it's okay, we're making mass queen, we'll be fine. Will you though? You're only at 34 drones. Florencio here is saying, let's double down on the oracles. Oracles don't give a shit about queens. Once you get a certain count, we can one-shot those queens. The queen's running to the spores. This is it. Lasers up against band-aids. He just clicks on the hatch and says, I don't give a fuck, man. I'm just going to kill your hatch. My name's Florencio, and I've got a lot of lasers. Oh, the Zerglings do take out the stasis trap. Fancy maneuvers not working here for Flo. He's going to go on that third. Ignoring the spores, he just clicks on the hatch, and he says, how about a little bit of dick? Would you like a large, tall glass of dick? Hape's like, no, I'd like to win the video game. Why are you so mean? Florencio's like, because I'm the Dexterminator. So, Zerglings are going to try to cancel this, but this base is still down. More cannons, more batteries there. Oracles are going to come and eradicate these Zerglings. Oof. And, yeah. I feel like we've got a dead Hape. Hape's like, it's fine, I'll just rebuild these hatches. We're just long-distance mining to the main base. Holy shit, look at this drone rally. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. Why are there drones up here? For some reason, there's drones in the Nidus worm. What is this? I mean, that might actually be able to cancel the base, but I doubt it. Banelings come in, kill a few cannons and batteries. The cannons and batteries do their job, though. They keep the base alive. This Nexus does actually take a fair bit of damage. The Zerglings set off the stasis trap. Oh my god. They still don't kill it. It's going to take like 7 waves to actually kill this Nexus. I guess the Zerglings maybe will get it. Let's see. Oracle turns on its laser beam. Flo says no. This is Zerg bait right now, man. He's putting out a cockroach trap. Cockroach bait. He's like, yeah, come get it. Come get it. Come get it. I'd love to see the Void Rays go find that Nidus up there. He knows there's creep up there, so he should know where it is. And we got stasis traps all around. Remember, Florencio doesn't want to kill his opponent. He wants to give his time to stew in his own sadness. And the best way to insult someone who's already losing is to start freezing their shit with stasis traps. Some people asked me the etymology of stasis trap. They said, pig, Why is it called a stasis trap? It's because basically when you interact with it, you have to stay. Stay! And then your units actually, basically they get traumatized as if they were trained their whole life like a pet dog or something like that. And they are basically just waiting for their treat until after about 30 seconds they realize, oh, I'm not getting a treat, and then they are freed from that that master's command. But yeah, that is why it's called that. Are we doing Baneling Swarm Host Nidus now? Hey, is this Fear Dragon Zerg account? What am I looking at right now? That's the closest he's thrown locusts to a target all game long. Watch the locusts go in after the Banelings all blow up on cannons. Oh, the Oracles and Chads come forward. They're a bit afraid of taking this fight. I don't think he's going to do it. Uh-oh. The Banes, the Locusts getting in. Flows probes, running home, trying to get out of there. Banelings can't kill a Nexus, though. So check it. Runs in there, doesn't actually kill the Nexus. And the Chads are like, get out of here, you little fucking roly balls of acid. Get the fuck out, man. Stasis saves these probes. Few of them do return. Flo's got 3 bases, and I told you guys, this mother trucker knows how to macro now. It's the 17-minute unupgraded Stalker transition every single time. He's built a Twilight, hasn't made Blink because Blink's for tryhards. He may add it in at some point, but this is Flo's transition, man. Just add those 4 gates. 17 minutes, you're ready to move out with Stalkers. I said it as a joke about a year ago, the first time I saw it. And I don't know if Flo's doing it to troll me specifically, or he really thinks unupgraded Stalker. I mean, they shoot up, they shoot down, they can kill literally everything, right? It's also probably the silliest and most embarrassing thing to lose a game to. So I really do think he's just going full Dexter. He's like, oh no, I don't just go rot and slaughter my victims. I slowly chop them off 1 pinky at a time, remove their fingernails, and yeah, get him out. Oh, I almost want to see a stasis match just for the funnies. No, get back in, what are you doing? Hape should not be allowed to have units. This is some of the most vicious, unfair treatment of Zerg units I've seen all day. Thankfully, I guess it may be, you know what, the Swarmos did jack all game. He does actually use the Protoss units as the exterminator. He says, you just got rid of me intestinal worm parasite that was literally just wasting time and doing almost nothing all game. Now me queens are going to come out, put down me some more tumors. We're going to fuck yous up. +1 carapace up against 0/0 air upgrades, but that is 10 Chads, 12 Oracles, and the queens are out of position. The hatch, he's just going to click on the hatch again. Oh my god. Oh my god. Guys, protect your hatch. Protect your innocence. If you're a Zerg player out there, you're playing this guy on the ladder. His name's Florencio. Just saying, it's time to get a chastity belt for your Snatchery, alright? Don't let this dirty Protoss player anywhere near your Snatchery. He will impregnate you with lasers, with oracles, with void rays. You gotta protect that shit. 3 spores ain't gonna cut it. You need some fucking vipers and infestors when there's that many air units. Holy shit, there's even a fleet beacon. He's gonna go Tempests. Now this is Flo's answer to the queens, which I kind of feel he probably could have just killed with oracles and voids at this point. But I think he's saying, you know what, Tempests outrange that, so I'll use that instead. Cannons and batteries defend some of the Zerglings. The rest get frozen by stasis. Oh my god. See, guys? Stay. Stay. Bad dogger. Stay. They want to get a treat. Do you know what their treat is? When you're playing Florencio, it's always the exact same thing. It's lasers to your fucking face. The probes are the bait. Oh, he left the probes as bait to lure them into the other stasis trap. Oh, Florencio, you're such a dickhead, mate. I love it. It's like just one man has figured out all the things to frustrate his opponent and based every game around that. There's the victory screen or the defeat screen. I don't think it affects Florencio at all. It's like for him, there's actually an overlay. Like if you could see through his eyes, you would see it's a different heads-up display. Rather than this overlay we've got here, there's a big fat meter on the side. It's over here on the right-hand side of the screen, just right above me. And it says, how fucking triggered is my opponent? And it just fills up. And the more it fills up, I mean, one problem and why we see him taking some bad fights like this one and mismicroing the late game is because his desk starts to wobble a bit. As that level fills up, certain things get a bit more turgid and it's hard for his desk to be as stable. It starts rocking a little bit as he realizes his opponent's really fucking mad. Florencio, he gets a little bit of instability poking in from underneath the desk, if you know what I'm saying. he's now said, you know what, it's time. We're going to pull out 29 Stalkers that we've built off 4 gateways, no warp gate at a time. These ones I'm going to release from their prison, and we're going for the attack. Unfortunately, he already threw away his air army because his table was so rocky. He couldn't see the screen. His monitor was wobbling back and forth. I mean, the girthiness of this sewer mermaid he's got a hard oak desk, guys. But apparently Florencio's made of even firmer stuff. And does rock his table back and forth a little bit. He's going to come in, though. Here come the Stalkers. We've got 1 Baneling, 6 Zerglings, and a bunch of Infestors. Now, Fungal's pretty good. Locks them down. He made Blink. Please just blink everything on top, Florencio. Make me the happiest Florencio fan of all time. Just do the derpiest blink. Just blink on their face. Show me the worst micro in the world. Please. He says, you know what would really annoy you? If I distract you at the front with Stalkers and my Void Rays go kill your main base. Oh my god, look at this. He's blinking in sections. Oh my god, the training with his housemate Neeb has paid off. Now he decides, he does try to blink them all out. He's like, run, get out of here. Shit, we're getting our butt kicked. Those queens aren't dying. Meanwhile, the Chads come in, and they align their piss beams, and that is, of course, a quad alpha. 4 alphas of Chads combined, 8 Void Rays, 4 pairs, 4 alphas. The Stalker's actually doing some fancy fucking micro right now. Florencio, you show off. No Warp Gate, does make Blink, and apparently he's actually learnt how to micro Blink Stalkers as well. This goddamn god. He is a psychopath. Yeah, he's housemates with Neeb. Cosmic, you didn't know that? Hey, you mustn't have watched a lot of Florencio files. We haven't talked about it as much recently. Neeb said he was sick of me kind of going on and on about it. He said he'd rather have his privacy. But I figure it's been a while since we talked about it. We should remind you guys that there has been a big influence of Neeb on Florencio. You know, it's kind of like a Bert and Ernie situation, a bit of a yin and yang, good and evil. Neeb is definitely good. Florencio is definitely evil, in case you couldn't figure that out. One of them knows how to macro, scout, and react, and the other one knows how to ruin his opponent's day. The Dexterminator is complete. Oh, is he? Is it done? It's never done until he actually murders the rest of the remaining units. Florencio, a lovely replay once again there. I love that the Stalker transition around that 17-minute mark never stops. He never stops. It has worked out here again. The Oracles, the Voids, the Cannon Rush. And honestly, some of the worst Nidus Swarm Host play I've ever seen. But I do think Flo is actually very good at hunting down Nidus Swarm Host with Oracle Void Ray. So even though it wasn't used correctly, I actually think Flo would have probably murdered the Swarm Hosts if they were more aggressive anyway. It was just kind of funny to see the Zerg be like, I'm not going to let you kill my Swarm Hosts. I'll throw the Locusts from 5 screens away every time. And you're like, oh, but then they don't actually get to kill anything. And he's like, yeah, but he can't kill the Swarm Hosts. And you're like, but does it matter if they don't achieve anything at the same time? He's like, well, his Oracles aren't achieving killing them. And I'm like, yeah, but they're going to go kill all your drones now. You're too far behind. Heaps like has a bit of a blood spurts out the ears. And GG, well played. Apparently Florencio's dog is named Dexter. Oh shit, I had no idea. That's so cool. Does it kill people? Does it like hunt? Does it catch birds? It's like just bring you birds it's caught? Kind of like a cat or something. Why is it called Dexter? Dexter is a ruined name for me. I think Dexter just, it murders. You did name him from the show? Because he's a killer. Nah, man. What sort of doggo does Flo have? What sort of doggo you got, dude? Anyways,